Hello!
We are super tired.
Even tireder than we were just a moment ago. Because we had a birthday. We had a celebration day.
Yeah, we were driving, we went to a waterfall, we took a swim.
It was a reward because
of a perfect week where we got 100% success in all our categories, in all tasks.
In the categories. And the categories is the theme of the day, and the categories is reading. R. Reading. Resting. Movement. Eating. And focus. Good. So when we speak about these categories and we're saying a word such as movement, what do we actually mean? So movement, we're speaking about resistance training, so all type of strength training. We're speaking about mobility training, like yoga, stretching, flexibility. And then we're speaking about cardio.
So it can be dancing.
Running.
Dancing is a good cardio. Dancing is a good cardio. If we do it like, you know, like a practice.
Like Latina. So.
Resting.
When we speak about resting, we speak about relaxation, and we speak about resting. We're not speaking about necessarily just laying down in bed and crashing, but we're speaking about how to, with quality, walking into a space of relaxation. Obviously, sleeping is the major one, but also non-sleep deep rest practices when you're going into a very relaxed state to rejuvenate the body, which can happen during daytime as well. When we're working with it, mostly it's about our bedtime and how we're falling into sleep. Eating.
Eating is anything that helps us to have a good relationship with food.
I think that's the key thing, like the relationship to food, because there's so much shaming and such a weird topic.
Yeah.
So it's about just creating a nice, chill relaxation where it's not too serious, where we don't let it drive our life too much. But at the same time, staying on top and research a little bit about nutrition and making sure that companies doesn't put shit tons of toxicity into it and stuff like that.
And finding exactly, it's like there are the basic things of nutrition that we know by facts that are good for our bodies, but then there is different ways to relate to it. So it's also about finding our own way for
100%.
a good nutrition.
Yeah. It was our breathing, and breathing is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because breathing...
It keeps you alive.
Keeps you alive. But we have the breathing, you know, we have the automated breathing, and then we have this type of, you know, aware breathing practices which we can do, and we can basically calibrate anything, like any emotional state that may not be so pleasant. We can harmonize through breathing, not necessarily removing it, but we can harmonize it. We can create space around it. So if I'm feeling very anxious and I'm breathing in a particular way,
or talking too fast,
I can slow down simply by the breath.
So breathing is about discovering the power of breathing.
Yes. It's such a profound and beautiful practice, and it's like if you haven't, you know, if you weren't there, you won't understand it. Like you kind of have to go into it a little bit to see the power in it.
Because it's a common thing that we do very automatically. It's like being alive. Sometimes we forgot to value or to see the preciousness of being alive. It's the same with breathing. We forget.
And then we have focus. And focus as a category contains various of tasks that we're choosing, which has to do with practice, either discipline or just practices which is creating Awareness practice, meditation. I'm saying the word meditation. Meditation is a great way to create more awareness, and with awareness we can put our focus on things, and it's great when we want to choose our own life.
Yeah, because awareness is bringing the focus and the attention to something that you are doing in that moment. So it's practicing concentration. And today it's very difficult to be in general, to stay concentrated or focusing one thing, because our minds are always jumping around.
See, that's it.
So why these 5 categories? Why movement? Why breathing? Why those?
So they have a theme. They're all capturing our physical body to make sure that it's as healthy as possible, and also our mental body and our emotions. So it all relates to what we mentioned in the previous video, which is basically working with the self. If the self is strong, and for us, then that is the physical body, our thinking and our emotions, then everything else becomes so easy. And we may have preferences in this lifetime before we die that we want to do certain things, experience certain things, and maybe just having an enjoyable and a happy life. Maybe being a better partner, maybe being a better parent, maybe being a better child. All these categories is boosting everything, because it's about the self, it's about me. I'm working with the machinery rather than maybe running towards focusing on one particular thing. So in my experience is basically working with this self, I become better in all categories of life without compromising anything. It's like a expansion in all directions at the same time. A period in my life when I had thoughts which was extremely destructive and not so very kind, and were pushing me down a lot, and eventually I made a little contract, an agreement with myself, and I said that if I don't handle my movement practice, eating what I know that I needed to eat to have a healthier mind, and also sleeping properly, if I didn't take care of those 3 things within the past 2 weeks, I didn't listen to my own thoughts. So if I had a thought, I was like, Frederick, have you done your movement? Have you done your eating? Have you done your resting properly? No, I haven't. I missed one of them. Then I didn't listen. So that was a healthy contract for me, to just know that if I took care of these things for 2 weeks straight, my mind it was kind to me. And that is very much aligned with what the scientific landscape is pointing at as well. So that's the reasoning behind why these tasks. It makes life wonderful everywhere.
So for next week, the tasks we choose on these categories are for movement, gym from Monday to Friday, as always. 2 gym yoga classes. And that's it, right?
That's it for movement, yeah.
Eating, we have been struggling a little bit with it, but we keep it going, and we will do 3 homemade dinners at home.
Yeah, I'll cook, you plan and buy. How does that feel? Okay, so maybe
not very nice, but it's a fair contract. Focusing, meditation, morning meditation, 10 minutes.
It's a beautiful practice. I'm so happy to take it back.
Me too. And what else? Resting.
We have resting. We're gonna go prepare for bed at 9 p.m., which basically means that we do everything that we need to do before falling asleep. So we have like 1 hour coming down. And I added for myself, no work or social screens after 8.
I might join that one.
Which gives like a quality hour before starting prepping for bedtime to do artsy stuff.
And we have body scan.
Body scan, meditation,
and full breath.
breathing.
So we have breathing too. And for breathing, we are choosing full breath in the morning before meditation, and in the evening when we are on bed.
That's it. That's our task.
So next week we will tell you how it went, and we'll go more in detail into one of those categories, maybe the one that challenged us the most.
So that's it for tonight, today, this time. We love you.
See you next week.
Bye.